Right now at 7 a.m., an incredibly violent night in Norfolk. You're getting a live look at the crime scene of a mass shooting at 50th Street and Killam Avenue near Old Dominion University. Norfolk police say 7 people were shot there around midnight. We're told 2 of those 7 have life-threatening injuries. They may not survive. Norfolk State University also says it's learned several NSU students are among those shot at this location near ODU. At this hour, we know those patients are being treated at Sentara Norfolk General Hospital. The hospital is back to normal operations, but we know it was locked down overnight because of large crowds. Police, fire, and EMS radio traffic also tells us Norfolk police were called to at least 3 other shooting scenes overnight. We have multiple crews this morning working to learn more about all of these developing situations. But first, I want to say good morning and thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Anthony Sabella. You know, we really want to get right into those breaking details, that violent night in the city of Norfolk overnight. News 3 reporter Angela Bohan has been outside Sentara Norfolk General Hospital all morning long. And Angela, we understand there's been a heavy police presence there. It's been a very emotional scene. You were just talking about that about a half hour ago. What are you seeing there now?
Anthony, it's fairly quiet here now, but like you said, a little before 6:30, we heard a lot of emotion from presumably family and friends outside of the emergency room, and out of respect for them, we did move further away. But you can see there's a tent over here, lots of police here early this morning. And take a look at the video we took earlier outside the emergency room here. A source with Norfolk Police Department tells us the trauma center was on lockdown at one point because of large crowds. I talked with a representative for Sentara, and he tells me that normal operations have resumed. And when I was here earlier, at least 25 people outside the emergency department this morning. And Norfolk police say seven people were shot around midnight near 50th and Killam Avenue. That's between ODU and Cawley Avenue. Norfolk police say 5 people are expected to recover. And at last check, they said that 2 had life-threatening injuries. Now, at the scene, I can tell you I saw a car in the middle of the intersection, a forensics unit, and police officers walking around the porch of a home as well as in the street collecting evidence. Norfolk police have informed us that several NSU students are victims of this shooting, and NSU police have secured the campus and counseling has been made available for students there. We also know that at approximately 12:15, a call came in about a shooting victim at 46th and Monarch Way, and that's the location of the ODU Public Safety Office. So at this point, it's not clear whether that was actually related to the nearby 50th and Killam shooting. Again, we are working to get updates this morning, and we're trying to figure out the condition of the victims as well as what may have led up to this shooting, and also, of course, if there are any suspects. But again, we'll keep you updated on air and online at WTKR.com. We're working with police to try to get information on these as well as other incidents that happened early this morning. Live in Norfolk, Angela Bohan, back to you.
All right, Angela, thank you. I know it's been a very tough scene there at the hospital this morning. And as you just mentioned, we know Norfolk police were also called to 18th Bay Street and Pleasant Avenue just before midnight for reports of a shooting. We've reached out to the department to learn more about possible victims and suspects and where this investigation stands. Just after midnight, we also heard another call out for a reported shooting on Nicholson Street. This one's in the area of the Young Terrace neighborhood. Police radio traffic said at least 1 gunshot victim was found and taken to Sentara Hospital. We don't know any information about a possible suspect or the condition of that victim, but we are working to get that for you as soon as we can. And then around 2:30 this morning, Norfolk police were again called to a shooting, this time in the 800 block of North Military Highway and Brickell Road. That's right across Military Highway from Military Circle Mall. Our crew on the scene there says the police activity was centered around the parking lot of a strip mall where they say they saw a body found. Again, we've reached out to the department to learn more about each of these crime scenes and the status of all of these investigations and any possible victims, any possible suspects. We know this is a lot of information, a very busy night for Norfolk police, but a lot of information for you to take in as well. And so much of it is still early on. So we're working to gather more details. We want to update these stories as soon as we can here on News 3 as well as online at WTKR.com.